Hi, welcome back to my journal journey. Today I'm looking at journaling on a budget in the UK. I recently took a trip to Tiger and I decided to challenge myself to see what I could get for £20. First thing I got was this bullet planner, and it's got 100 GSM paper, black cover, bullet planner written at the top. Quite plain, numbered pages with 191 sheets and a back pocket and an elastic closure. I've been using one of these for my work journal this year and it has done really well for me. It's also got 2 bookmarks and it's held up well with a lot of the pens. There's a little bit of ghosting but nothing too awful, and that was £5. I then, because I went in with this £20 goal, I thought what could I get starting from scratch, and I found a 48 piece pen set. So within this set there are fine liners and gel pens. I've yet to test them out, but I can't wait to give it a go. This pen set was £7 and there are 48 pieces within there. My next find was a pack of stickers, and this was £3, but it's a very easy way to add some colour and some decoration to a journal. I do really like the colour scheme going on with this book. So far those 3 items are £15. For my last £5 I got a memo block, and this memo block comes in a variety of colours, but it's always good to have something just to stick down and add a little something else to your journal. That memo block was £2 and I decided to get a glue stick, which was £1. Then for the last £2 I got 2 sticker sheets. Absolutely adore these flowers. I think they're stunning and these were just too cute, so picked them up. That's all of my supplies for £20 at Tiger, and I'm going to use them to try and create a monthly spread. Because I was shopping at Tiger and I can't just go in there and spend £20. I did also get a few other bits and bobs. My favourite being a stress ball avocado, which is super cute, super therapeutic, and I love it. Other finds were a 5-year journal. This was £6 and it's a little bit marked. It has a different colour for each month. I was thinking maybe I could use it after my 5-year journal finishes. I love my 5-year journal, but I hate the fact that it goes over 2 books sometimes. So it was a thought. And yeah, there was 2 colours available for this one. I went for the pink. I also picked up some fine liners, which were £1.50, and some gel pens, which were £2. These sorts of things I write with all the time, so I thought I'd test them out. And just a couple more packs of the flower stickers and the rainbow stickers, because Tiger I've got to travel a little bit for, so if I can make a little bit of a stash, I do like to. The first thing I'm going to do in this journal is pen test page. I've never done a pen test page before, but I've got these and these to test out, and I also want to show how some other well-known pens show up on these pages. So I'm actually going to start with these fine liners. And just try a couple of colours. They're very nice to write with. There's a really nice range of colours in this box. And then if I dig down, and there's a selection of gel pens. Got some neons, some glittery. It's a bit more of a subtle glitter, but there is glitter in there. It's maybe metallic. They're not my favourite gel pens that I've ever used, but they're okay. They're not too bad. Prefer the fine liners, so if I was going to do it again, there were different options where you could just buy a box of fine liners, a box of gel pens, or the selection of both. I think I'd go just for the fine liners, but that's personal preference. For this pen test page, I'm going to try out these new gel pens that I've got from Tiger. Just take the waxy bit off the end. As black pens go, that's not too bad. Wouldn't say it was my favourite, but it's alright. And I'm not sure if these are the same size or different sizes. Oh, that's nice. I do like that one. The only thing to see is whether it holds up to highlighters. Which it does seem to smudge. It's a shame, worth knowing. I do enjoy writing with those fine liners though. Just for the pen test page, I'm going to use Jelly Roll. My go-to B&M Bargain pen. And I shall also try one of the Montmartre, still not sure how you say that, dot pens. Because they are always well used. I'll also try Papermate Flare. And a Tombow. Then if I flick the page, see there's a tiny bit of ghosting. I do have very hard pressure when I'm writing, but nothing's gone through. So all in all, a very successful pen test, and I now need to try and create a monthly spread with all of my resources. So now that we've done the pen test and I've gone through all my supplies, I want to do a month in this bullet journal just to see what it's like and just to see how these supplies hold up. I am really quite excited. Don't forget the glue stick. I have just filmed a video about bullet journal basics, starting off with your index, your future log, your monthly overview and your daily logs. As I said in that video, although I use the basics, it's not the complete overarching theme of how I enjoy doing things. So this is going to be more my way of setting things up. So take my memo block out with really nice colours. For this memo block, there is no sticky on there. They are just sheets of paper, so that's something to be mindful of, but it doesn't matter because I've got glue. Then I've also got my 2 single sheets of stickers, I think. Oh no, I've got double stickers for my weather. And really gorgeous plants. Then I've got my, trying to think of what vibes I want to go for. I'm thinking like a really pop, girly type vibe. I think that might be my theme. So with my pens, and after trialing them, I think it is going to be mainly these fine liners that I use. I'm going to cheat slightly and just use my trusty pencil that I have lying around. This is just one from a trip with school. Because in my last video I mocked up April, I'm just going to go for May. And ooh, I'm going to go for stickers. Let's see how far I can get with stickers. It's a shame this time around I don't think I saw any tape in Tiger. I know that they have done tape previously, and if I did have tape I wouldn't be able to have bought something else, although that might have been possible if I just bought the fine liners and not the gel pens as well. So to set up my journals, I do have an opening page and a task list. The problem is you run out of A's so quickly. That's dropped down slightly. So for my tasks, when I'm doing tasks I do tend to like to break them down into definitely work and personal. So there's always the option using my memo blocks to add a bit of something else. Yeah, I was reading that on the side and I was scared for a little bit that it was lime green. But luckily it's not. Move the sticker book out of the way because I keep on knocking it. One of those that I just go for right odd squiggle in the middle, completely missing the corners. So now I have to go back in and glue the corners down. There we go. So I have got my home tasks, and work tasks, and obviously you'd be able to split them up however you'd like in your setup. And I do quite enjoy just a nice big something. These are really easy to get off the page. And for the price that I paid for the book, they are quite nice quality. It is just if the designs are suitable for you. I thought they were quite fun, which is why I picked them up. There we go. There's the cover page and the main task list. Then my next page is always my calendar, which I will set up and then get back to you. Okay, so I have finished drawing out with black fine liner my calendar, and then I am going to add some decoration. So I'm going to start with some of these memo block piece of paper. Because I feel like the colour vibes are the same as the ones from the sticker book. And because I'm leaning so heavily into the sticker book, there's a good chance that I won't use the weather or the beautiful flower stickers. However, I will definitely be using them at some point in my everyday lineup. So what I'm going to do is just going to glue them to the sides of the page and then do the good old-fashioned trick of cutting them down afterwards. And I'm overlapping these pieces of paper. Just to add a full block of colour. And then I might also add one on the other side, just to bring the colour blocking across the page. I have kind of come into this with no plan whatsoever, and I'm kind of just rolling with it, if you hadn't already guessed. And then with my scissors, so these bits that you cut off, I could have saved them and reused them elsewhere in the journal. I've definitely got glue too far down these. I'm not going to be saving them, but it is definitely a possibility. Don't know why when I'm filming I'm almost scared to turn my journal around. It's ever so bizarre. I'm scared of it falling out of frame, not being able to pick up something, and I'm left with a bit of a colour block. I am going to go through these colours, and I think I can see purple, if there's anything a little bit more subtle. Not necessarily holding my breath though. I think these are all, although these may be close to match, I'm not sure. Lay out my pens at the top, and then I can see a selection of colours a little bit clearer, and leave my gel pens in there. I think just because I can, go with these just to really see how the other colours write, because I did only try one colour. I've missed a day off. I have got my trusty bookmark by the side of me to make sure that my dates are correct, that I'm starting on the right day. Clearly, I need work on that. I have to say, I think I might eat my words. These metallic pens are writing quite nicely. So if I was starting off a collection of stationery, they're definitely not something that I would definitely turn down, which I have used pens like that. Pens from the cheaper version of the Scribblicious Works pens were a definite no-no for me, and I had to just get rid of them. They kept on skipping and they were just horrible to write with, and definitely one of the worst gel pens that I've had. Whereas these, for the price that I paid, and if I was starting over again, I'd have them. I'd have them in my collection. Sorry, I can't fill in blank numbers and talk at the same time. Are they my favourite gel pens? No. Do they do the job? Absolutely. Are they easy to write with? Yes, they are. Then I know that I've got these, but it'd be rude not to add a few little stickers. I love stickers. Go for a cowboy hat and boot. Went through a stage recently where I was seeing loads of this style of decorating for people doing their own rooms and stuff on different apps. It's probably my own fault because I did stop and watch, and that's what you get for stopping and watching. More of the same. So there is my calendar. Then true to form, I do always have a notes page, so I feel like I've got to have notes. And I can't use any more words with an S in. But on the plus side, I've just come across some really cute hearts, which I absolutely want to include. And at the start, I did see this diamond, which I could put in the top corner. No, changed my mind, I really want cherries. Yeah, cherries it is. And then I feel like I need a review page because I do always include a review page. I just feel like there's something else missing from these. And just to be mindful of wastage, I'm going to chop these in half diagonally. And pop them in the corners. Then I can just go in, round the corners off. And if I was doing this not on a budget with my supplies right now, I would go in with one of my corner rounders, which I've got this blue one. I've also got another smaller white one, which I can't put my hands on right now. Typical and odd because the little white one seems to be the corner rounder that I use the most, but it's one that I've put in a safe place. And I'd trim corners off with them. Are they cool? Yes. Are they helpful and time saving? Yes. Are they essential? absolutely not. I just happened to see them at, I think, Hobbycraft with the little white one, which I've just this second seen on my desk. This one, it was quite inexpensive at Hobbycraft, and I realised how much I use this one, which is why I invested in the blue one. Okay, I do feel like I need a review, because although I'm going on a budget, I also want to set it up not as just a really quick, here's 2 pages, yes you can do it. Because when it comes to weeklies or dailies, I use very minimal decoration, and if I've got a sticker book, it'll just be adding a few stickers here and there, and that'll be me done. Whereas trying to set up with all the pages that I use on a regular basis, that will make me feel better. So just using the other half of each of those squares, and should have all the letters for review. Put it there. And I've just accidentally pulled the page out, which is not a problem. Makes it easier to get the letters off. No more E's, no more S's. And then a nice green heart. So I tend to have wins, challenges, improvements, next month, finance highlights. Those are very nice stickers. Some of them titled. Ah, more letters. They're very nice letters. Might use those though. So either those or those go perfectly. Do you know what? I'm just gonna do it and start taking the sheets out, because I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, perfect. Nope, don't like it. Can I fit 5 of these on there? Just to add to that colour blocking thing that I've got going on. 1, 2. They're not the same colour. 3, 4, 5. So if I can place these down in a suitable way, I think I can fit them all on, so I'm going to go for it. brought that green one slightly over because I want the blue to still peek out. Do my usual. And just to get this off, I'll pop it down. Now I might run into a slight problem. I do not think my fine liner will go onto these stickers, so I'm going to have to find something that will write on the stickers. However, I think the majority of people have got some sort of biro, even if it's just one that you've picked up for free when someone's trying to sell you something. Oops. However, I'm looking around my room and I can't see a biro anywhere. I know that I've got one in my kitchen, but I definitely don't have one to hand right here. So using these banners just at the top of each post-it note to have just a little bit extra. A little bit of something. Then I really want to use that diamond, so I'm going to put it in. Nice, you got this. Sometimes, I know for me, I definitely just focus on the negatives in life. Trying to look at what else I can include. Butterfly. Some of the backs of these stickers are coming off slightly. Doesn't necessarily bother me. It's just worth noting. Lucky Shamrock. Rainbow. It doesn't go all the way, which is why it had folded anyway. It was just coming off quite a bit. So I'm just going to fold it down. Oh yeah. Absolutely having that one. Love playing words. Now to find a pen. Honestly, do not have a biro next to me, but I do have some Sharpies. So, wins. Challenges. Next month. Finance and highlights. Then in my everyday bullet journal, I would go into dailies at the moment. You could do weeklies. You could do weeklies like this with a memo block a day. Although now that I've done the initial setup, if this was my everyday journal, you'd find very few of these going forwards. You'll find stickers, and that's about it. I tend to put all my creative outlet into the starter pages and then leave the rest relatively simple. So I'm going to do flip through. This was my £20 bujo on a budget, starting with the May cover page with a home and a work tasks. I'm not gonna lie, I'm just gonna add some stickers because I wasn't 100% sure quite how I wanted this theme to go, so I tend to go for less is more, and then you can add to it later, which is what I do tend to do for my tasks page. And there's a pencil, which I feel like we absolutely need for a task page. And next to the nail varnish, I'm sure there was some other stationery. Paintbrush, makeup brush, nail brush, something. There we go. And there we go. So I've got my tasks and my cover page, my calendar, notes page, review, and then I'd go on to my dailies or my weeklies. Overall, for my £20, I think it was well spent. I think this is a definite budget beauty. These, great. Sad that I didn't get to try the other stickers. However, I have got a drawer of stickers all about weather, so they will get put in there, and I always love things like these, so definitely get used. I think the gel pens, although they're lovely, I am going to donate them into my classroom or to my niece and nephew, to someone, because I won't be reaching for them. Fine liners, very, very good for the price, and really impressed with them. Overall, I think it was a massive success. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye.